In today's video, I'm going to walk you through the top 5 Catholic elementary schools in Oakville in 2025. I'll also be breaking down these scores, what they mean, explaining where they are in Oakville, which neighborhoods exactly, and I'll be sharing some important resources, so make sure you stick around until the end. Hi, and welcome to Toronto Area Living, where you'll find information about the GTA that no one else is sharing with you. My name is Mike Santos, and if you have any questions about real estate, home prices, schools, or anything to do with living within the GTA, then you can contact me directly by visiting the link in the video description below. So without further ado, let's get right into it and look at our #1 rated Catholic elementary school in Oakville in 2025. One quick note before we actually start, it's really important to know, okay, where do these school scores and rankings actually come from? So there are 2 tests done in elementary school at the grade 3 and the grade 6 level, and they test students on 3 things: their reading, their writing, and their math abilities. We then take that score, add them together for grade 3 and grade 6, and we come up with a cumulative score. So that is what each score is going to be based on for each school that you see below. All right, now let's actually get into it. Your #1 rated Catholic elementary school, and that is St. Joan of Arc. Coming in at #1, as I mentioned, is St. Joan of Arc. This is located in the neighborhoods of Westmount and Glen Abbey. Those are the catchment areas students would come from. The cumulative grade 3 and grade 6 scores were 88%, making this not only the best school in Oakville, but one of the best in the entire province at that range. When it comes to home affordability, parents are actually really attracted to this area of Oakville because you can find quite a number of houses within that sort of $1.1 to $1.4 million range within Westmount. Glen Abbey can also be affordable. Detached homes there are typically larger, bigger lots, a little bit older, so they come, with a little bit of a higher price tag compared to Westmount, but tons of townhomes and condo townhome options within this neighborhood as well. So overall, this is a great school zone and a great school to be looking at. And you'll notice sort of a little bit of a pattern as we get into numbers 2, 3, 5, that this West Oakville area is where some of the best schools are in Oakville. And one more note, once you graduate from St. Joan of Arc, that's a JK-8 school, you're going to be going to St. Ignatius of Loyola. There are only 3 Catholic high schools within all of Oakville, so you're going to fall into one of these 3. Coming in at #2 on our list is St. Bernadette, cumulative score of 87% at the grade 3 and grade 6 levels. This is another Glen Abbey school. So Glen Abbey is a really large neighborhood, and you are going to find lots of schools within here and lots of top schools. And as I mentioned, there is affordability here. Even though you have bigger pockets of homes that are quite expensive, you can find affordability here. And you've got tons and tons of amenities here, like the Glen Abbey Community Center. You have lots of parks. You have lots and lots of things in this area to do. So this is a really attractive area of Oakville to target for families and includes some of the best schools in the city. Just a quick break here. If you are finding this video valuable, I would appreciate if you could just give it a like below. This helps me and helps others who are looking for valuable information like this be able to find it. That's it. Let's get right back into it. Coming in at #3, we're going to change things up just a little bit. We're going to head to the east side of Oakville, and we'll be looking at #3 ranked St. Margaret Duville, located in Joshua Creek, but also serving the neighborhood of Wedgwood Creek. This had a cumulative total score between grade 3 and grade 6 of 87% and also offers French immersion. So this is our first French immersion school on the list. Now, between Joshua Creek and Wedgwood Creek, Joshua Creek is definitely the more attractive neighborhood. Out of the 2, it's a little bit younger, a little bit more modern, homes are a little bit nicer, but that's going to come at a bigger price point as well. But overall, you are really close to amenities here in the uptown core, Dundas and Trafalgar area. You've got great community centers here. You have lots of great parks here as well, and the homes are really beautiful all throughout these neighborhoods. Now, price point wise, as I mentioned, Joshua Creek is going to be on the higher end. The median detached price, around 3-4 million, not 3 or 4 million, 2.3, 2.4 million, but you can find less than that. You can certainly find things in and around that $1.6 to $1.8 million range. And you have townhomes as well that are attainable. And these are large townhomes, like the size of detached homes, just attached, right? That's really the only difference. Interior square footage, bedroom sizes, everything are pretty great within this area. Now, at the high school level, this is a little bit different than our first 2. This is going to go to Holy Trinity Secondary School. And again, as I mentioned, there are only 3 Catholic high schools in all of Oakville, so it's serving a pretty big region. But that is a great option overall. #3 here at St. Margaret Duville. And coming in at number 4 on our list, it's a virtual tie. We are talking about 0.1 percentage point difference between St. Margaret Duville and number 4 ranked St. Matthew. And surprise, surprise, this is another Glen Abbey located school. So there are already 3 schools within Glen Abbey that are in our top 4. So as you can tell, this is a really, really strong region, neighborhood when it comes to the top schools. And it's no different for St. Matthew. This is located on the eastern edge of Glen Abbey. So this is a bit of an older area, talking sort of early to mid 80s. So it's going to be a little bit more, I wouldn't say outdated, but not as modernized in terms of like the homes and the look, but it has a really nice, rich history here, a really great community, lots of parks and trails here, and actually more affordable homes than the west end of Glen Abbey. So if you're looking for Glen Abbey because you are attracted to this region, then this is a great little pocket to look at in the eastern edge of St. Matthew. And coming in at number 5 on our list is St. Mary. This is another school that offers French immersion, and just like the others on this list, it has an extremely high school score, coming in at 86% in 2025. So you can see the gap between our top 5 schools is actually really, really small. And the neighborhood it's located in, Bronte Creek, this is just west of Westmount and just north of Glen Abbey. So we have an area dominated by the top schools in Oakville, in West Oakville here. This is a little bit of a smaller community, a little bit more exclusive pocket, some beautiful homes here. There are a little bit of sort of expensive pockets and some more affordable pockets. It reminds me a lot of Joshua Creek on the east end, a little bit more secluded feel, a little bit further from amenities, but when we're talking about Oakville, you're really not more than 5 or 10 minutes away from them. So lots of great options here, lots of affordability packed through our top 5, even though we're looking at sort of just the west end. Now, when it comes to high school, again, we're looking at St. Ignatius of Loyola. And if you want to find out more about the high schools within Oakville, or you want to find out more about the public elementary schools to look at it as a different option, then check out the video description below. There's going to be links to all of these things here, and you can check out all the resources on my website. And those are your top 5 Catholic elementary schools in Oakville for 2025. If you need the full list, then you can head to the link in the video description below where you can get a free copy of that. And for any other resources such as home prices or anything to do with living within Oakville, again, as you guessed it, there will be a link in the video description below. And last but not least, if you want to speak with me directly, again, in the video description below, there will be a link to contact me either by email, text, phone call, or you can book right into my calendar for a one-on-one. And I'll see you in the next one.